Okay friends, so we are back for another math video. As you know, this week we are learning how to tell time on an analog clock. We're also learning about the difference between an analog and a digital clock. Hopefully by now you do know the difference between an analog and digital clock. But for now, we are just going to practice telling time by the hour and half hour. And I'm going to also tell you a little bit about how to tell time in 5-minute increments. That sounds a little confusing, but just trust me. All right, so I'm going to move my minute hand down to the 6, and my hour hand is pointing right between the 12 and the 1, which means that my time is... Go ahead and take a couple seconds to guess the time. If you said the time was 12:30, you are exactly right. Now we know that the time is 12:30 because the hour hand is right in the middle of the 12 and the 1, and the minute hand is pointing to the 6. Let's try another one. We're going to put our minute hand pointing to the 12 and our hour hand right here. Go ahead and take a couple seconds to guess the time. If you said 3 o'clock, you are absolutely right. It is 3 o'clock because that minute hand is pointing to the 12, which means no minutes have passed in this hour, and the hour hand is pointing to that 3. All right, now that we have practiced telling time to the hour and half hour, I'm going to show you how to tell time in 5-minute increments. Each of these numbers that I'm pointing to right now represent 5 minutes. So basically, when the clock goes around, if it's pointing to one of the numbers, all you have to do is basically count by 5s to figure out how many minutes have passed. For example, if my minute hand is pointing to the 1 and my hour hand is pointing just a little bit past the 3, that means it's 3:05 because 5 minutes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes have passed in the hour of 3. So our time would look like this. Okay, now let's try another one. If I put my minute hand on pointing to the 4, and then my hour hand goes a little bit this way, I'm still in the hour of 3 o'clock because I'm between the 3 and the 4. But how many minutes have passed? Let's go ahead and count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. That means it is 3, because the hour is pointing between the 3 and the 4, 20, because 20 minutes have passed since the beginning of the hour. So I would write my time as 3:20. All right, this time I'm going to put my minute hand over here on the 8 and my hour hand right here between the 5 and 6. Now, let's figure out the hour first. Just like yesterday in our poem, we know the hour goes first. I'm between the 5 and the 6, which means I am in the hour of 5 o'clock. So first we'll put our 5. Let's count how many minutes I am past the hour. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It is 5:40 because 40 minutes, as you can see with my highlighted mouse, have passed on the clock after the hour of 5. All right, Go ahead and rewatch this video if you need a little bit of a review. Otherwise, good luck telling time, and we'll practice this tomorrow. See you soon.